Okay guys, so let's make a move and let's complete three questions in this video, that is pop, reverse and insert quickly. Okay, let's go back and let me copy the fourth question, which is not this. Ignore this voice, can't help it, I can't do that. So the question is already copied. Okay, and I will be a little quicker, okay, because now we know how to play with the environment, how we need to write the code. Okay, so let's say remove last movie. Okay, and let's take an argument. I'll just take movies. As I said, it can be same name, it can be different name, it's your call how you write the code. Okay, so return, I will say movies dot pop. We all know pop, what it does is it returns the it pops the last element. Okay, that's what it does. Okay, and if the list is empty, it removes none. So I'll just write if movies is available. Okay, if it is available, give me, else none. So it should not throw me an error. Okay, so that is what I have written, a simple function. And now what we will try to do is we will try to call this function. Okay, so in simply like how you have seen, let me just quickly call that function. And where I am, okay, my screen was hanged, I was just trying to scroll up and down. It's okay, it happens whenever we works, things does not work in our favor. That's okay. So this is the fourth solution. Okay, so simply what I'll try to do is I'll call the function what the name I have given. Okay, and it would be easy because I've just passed the same name also. Okay, and I'll just try to write print on top of that, and let's save this and let's execute this. Okay, so if you see, this has popped me the last element. Okay, so that's how it does. And by any chance, let's take a scenario. Okay, so let's say if this list is empty, okay, and if I execute the code, can you see it is giving me run none. Okay, it's not throwing an error. So that's how, like, okay, we need to gracefully handle our errors. Okay, so that's how what you can do is, and just to make your code a little more better, what you can do is you can write condition also here. What I could do is I'll just write this to, let's say, remove equals to. Okay, and let me remove this, and if remove, okay, and I'll just try to write the string interpolation. Okay, that is print f. Okay, and what you can write is, it's up to you. So let's say remove last movie. Okay, and you can call your rem over here. Okay, and that is nothing but, let's say, title, I guess the column name is. Okay, let's run this. So it's coming as a string. Okay, see, you might face this issue also. Can you see I'm getting this remove last item? Okay, it's printing this as a string. Okay, so whenever we are calling the variable in f interpolation or f string, that needs to be enclosed in curly braces. Okay, so that's the joker. So again, like how you write the code, guys, it's up to you. So not necessarily that you need to follow my approaches. I'm just showing you the possible approaches. Okay, see, again, like if you see remove last joker, no need to write that if condition also. It's again how you build your code. So it's generally you should know like how to write your code. Okay, either you can write this way or you can write that way, it's your call. Okay, so that's like quickly was your fourth one. Okay, then now let's move on to the fifth one. Okay, so let's comment this out quickly. Let's go to the fifth one. What fifth one says is, so this is done. Okay, so they are trying to insert at a given index. So let me copy this and let me paste it over here. Okay, so we need to write a function to insert some value at a given index. Have they given some value to insert? Okay, they have not given any value. Okay, so we will try to insert like as per our thing, so at index 2. Okay, so let's try to write a function. So let's say function, let's say insert movie. Okay, I'm trying to take arguments like let's take the actual variable name. As I said, you can take any name of your choice. Okay, then let's say movie, which I will assign a variable and insert some value, and at which position. Okay, it's like few variables I have taken, and simply I will write movies dot insert. Okay, so as we know, the syntax is, okay, so the first one would be your index, so I've given a value as 1, and the second thing is actual value, so that is nothing but move. Okay, so that is this. Save this. Let me copy this function because I will be calling this function ahead. Okay, so that like the name, like again, like not able to recall. So let's scroll down. So this is, sorry. Okay, so this is the fifth solution. Okay, and let's call that function. Okay, so now we are trying to, why it is giving me an errors. Okay, looks good. So what I will do is quickly I'll just copy this because I just need to change some values while inserting the data, nothing else. Okay, so now what I will do is, let's say I will assign this because it is not available, hence it is telling us not. Now can you see that is gone? So I'll just say my name. Okay, genre is, let's say I'm a let's say trainer. Okay, let's say rating is, let's say this, and views is, let's say something like, let's say 5,000. Okay, so this is what I want to insert. Okay, and now here, so this is the thing, and at which place, so they have asked us at second place. That's what they have asked. Let's try to do a print. Okay, with string interpolation or f strings. I don't know from this batch what my tongue is now. It's not working. I don't know. So movie inserted at index. Okay, or index 2. It's okay, index 2. That's it. So let's see this. Let's run this. Okay, so we are getting this option. Okay, if you want that, okay, you can just like, so refer your variable also, which was like mov, which was inserted. Okay, so this was inserted, and later on, like if you want to print your movies also and verify that, okay, you should be able to see that. Okay, so that is nothing, this is like has been inserted in index 2. So this is my 0, then this is my 1, and if you see, this is my 2. Okay, so this and the value which we have inserted is good. Okay, so that's like your fifth question. Okay, so let's go on to the sixth question, and let's understand what that sixth question is asking us to do. So this is done. Reverse. Okay, so they told us like something -1 also. We'll try to see both the approaches. Okay, where it is. Okay, so let's go and do. Okay, so we need to reverse. Okay, that string, very simple and easy. Let's quickly do that. Okay, so I'll try to create a function, and I will say reverse movies. Okay, and I'll just pass your argument. As I said, it's up to you. So I will just try to return, and I will say movies dot, first I'll try to show with the reverse function, okay, how it works, and later on, like what we can do is we can just simply copy this. Okay, we can simply like change that to minus colon -1. let's quickly copy this and let's quickly paste this. So this is the sixth solution. Okay, and let's wrap print on top of this and let's execute this. Okay, so if you see, now it is giving none. Okay, because we have not handled this condition. Okay, so something is wrong, so it is not able to reverse. So if you remember, these people said, okay, you might be getting a none. Okay, this is again a classic example of that, guys. Okay, so if you are writing a print and you are getting a none, okay, you need to assign that to a variable. That's what we have seen, right? Or else, let's see that if sorry, let's say let's say rev equals to, okay, and now if I try to say print of rev, okay, and you might do this, and again, like if you run this, you will get none. Still you will get none. Okay, so generally, like we are in the panic situation to complete the coding assessments in within a time, so we'll tend to make these mistakes. Okay, so make sure to not repeat this mistakes. Okay, so what I'll do is, I'll just write for m in rev. Okay, and I will just try to say for m in rev, and I will just try to say print of rev, sorry, print of m. It is giving me okay, there is a typo. Okay, save this and let's run this. So let's assign this. So we are calling this function, okay, which is getting affected in your actual movie list. Okay, that is what I am able to understand. Okay, so let's call this, that is nothing but your actual list. That's where I was making mistake. Okay, so if you see this list, okay, now it has been reversed: Joker, Coco, Parasite, Invents, Inception. Okay, so if you go at the top, your Joker is at the last. Can you see this Joker? Okay, so that is at the last, so it's your it's like if I run this, okay, so it is like in the beginning, so it has been reversed. Okay guys, make sure, like, okay, I showed you. Okay, so I got errors, I assigned to a variable, okay, it was giving me an error. Okay, then I wrote a loop, okay, and then I'll fix the error. Okay, so sometimes like string interpolation also. Okay, so these are like permutation combination which you have to do and understand and remember, nothing else. These kind of issues will only come. Okay, now I will try to show you with colon -1, because they told us sometimes that reverse does not works. Okay, in that case what you can do is let me just copy this, control C, control / paste this, and just what I will do is I'll just remove and I will write colon -1. Okay, so simply what we are trying to write, colon -1, scroll down. Okay, same code should work. So we are just trying to assign to call to that. Okay, so let me save this and let me run this. Can you see? Still it is working. Okay, no issues. Oh, sorry. If you see, it is not getting reversed. Can you see this got reversed and this is not getting reversed? Okay, so why it is not getting reversed? Should we assign to this is where you will have to do permutation combination. Okay, so let's say r rev equals to, and let's run this. Okay, now if you see this was the earlier example, okay, which was not getting reversed. So now if you see, Joker was at the last for the previous when I was not assigning to the variable. So now when I'm assigning to the variable and I'm calling it, okay, now it is getting reversed. Okay, so understand this. In this solution 6, I showed you both the problems, none problem how to solve, okay, and reverse colon -1. So make sure please you do not make these mistakes. Okay, do permutation combinations, do R&D, possible approaches, whatever I have shown, and with your own approaches also. Hopefully, okay, it should be good for us. Okay, thank you so much. Take care.